Yeah, hey everybody, welcome to our feedback stream. I hope everybody is having a great Friday. We have received some submissions for design review, and we're gonna start, I think, in chronological order. And maybe also checking out who is here, I guess, so we can review when people are present. But yeah, our first project is from
I guess
Sunny.
we should introduce ourselves as well, in case anyone isn't familiar with who we are. Maybe they are.
Do you want to start?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Hi everyone. I was here during the last stream, but my name is Elsa, and I'm a visual designer and XD ambassador, and obviously excited to be here again, looking at some designs.
Yeah, my name is Lora. I am mentor here in the Discord. I'm also XD ambassador and digital designer and marketer in pharmaceuticals. I'm currently based in Copenhagen, and I'm excited for today.
And hi everyone, I'm a UI designer from Turkey. I'm also a mentor on XD Discord and Adobe community professional. So yeah, I'm also excited. So let's do this.
Yeah, awesome.
I think,
Go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, I was checking if we have Sunny here, but I think they're not currently present. Should we maybe check the project of someone who is here?
Sure. Is Poorva here?
I see them. I see Sneha. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, and I think she submitted a project.
Okay, yeah, sure. We can start with Sneha's then. Or have her project open up. So yeah, Sneha, I guess to start off with, submitted a movie app design. So let's start first impressions. Any initial comments that anyone has, Akin or Lora? It's for the Daily Creative Challenge, actually. Really cool.
Yeah, Laura, you can go first actually.
Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, I've actually seen a few of Sneha's projects already, and I think she's doing a great job. And I think she posted this one the other day on Instagram, and I think it looks really good. The header image is really well done. It's eye-catching. It's doing the job. And then here with the screens, I really like that they've pointed with these arrows and explained the different sections of the design. And I think they have very good understanding of layout and hierarchy. Also it has great contrast, and I also think it's a very good decision to go with black and white here. So in this way, the art in the posters pop a little bit more and get the attention of the user. And I think they shared also a video of the prototype. Maybe Elsa, you can play that, and let's see how it looks.
Yep.
And if you guys want to add something.
Yeah, I want to check out the video. So here it is. Actually, let me full screen it and then play it. Ooh, I love the transitions with the movie cover in the background as well.
Oh, nice.
Very
Is
nice.
screen flashing on? Is also screen flashing on your stream too?
Like when she clicks buy ticket, or there's like a brief flash when buy ticket is clicked, if that's what you mean.
No, actually, the whole screen you're sharing is being flashed. As I'm recording right now, you're gonna see later, but
I
Not
think it's working well on my end. I don't see any flash, but I don't know.
Let me just click that again.
Can you guys confirm if everyone is seeing well? Do you?
Yeah, it's lagging a bit.
okay.
So we can't
Right,
see
Jyoti,
the
me.
transitions properly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't see any transitions.
Yeah, I think the lag is something we can't avoid, but we'll be uploading the recording, so hopefully then you'll be able to see it properly. And also, I think for anyone who's here, you can also share your links on Discord to your projects, and people can check them out as well who are watching. But I really like the transitions that you use, Neha. I think that they're cool, especially the snapping effect when you click buy ticket and it pops out. I think that was cool and well done. I like how the movie covers transition in the background as you swipe through the different films. And your visual design, I think, works really well. So I think this is really well designed. And I like all the movies you picked too. So I only have good comments.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I ask one question? Because when I was making this transition, I faced one problem.
Yeah, of course, go ahead.
So when I was doing this transition from screen 1 to screen 2 and then screen 3, but when going backwards, I was not able to make the same transition from screen 3 to screen 2. It was directed to screen 1. I think we cannot use drag transition twice on a screen. Is that the case?
Oh, okay, that's a good question. So you could make the transition, like for example, to Maleficent to Avengers to Scoob, but it wouldn't go back? Oh, I see what you mean. It wouldn't go back to the second one.
Yeah, from Scoob, it doesn't go back to Avengers. It goes directly to Maleficent.
I wonder if you'd have to like duplicate the Avengers one, so you have two Avengers artboards instead of redirecting to.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe if you try that, and then from the second Avengers one, it goes back to the first one. It might work that way.
Okay.
Yeah, but let us know if it doesn't.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, try that, and if it's not working, just write us in Discord, and maybe you can invite us in the file, and we can try to help you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Great.
Akin, do you have any comments as well before we go to the next project?
Actually, as far as I can see, because as I said, your screen is changing, and the overall UI is solid. And honestly, I didn't get the question about the drag, but you guys covered it very well. So I agree. If she can share the file, we can have a look later. But overall, as I said, this is a very, very solid design, and I didn't only like the UI, but the overall presentation and visual styling looks great and on point. I would say congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Sneha. So who's next, depending on who's in the audience?
I think Sunny was here, but now they're not, so maybe we can... I actually don't have all the names in front of me.
No worries. Then let's just do Poorva's.
Yeah.
We'll go chronologically, and when Sunny's back, we can go back to his. So Poorva submitted an entire portfolio, which is great. I'll probably just open up the WhatsApp in a new tab, and maybe we can provide a few comments on the overall portfolio design. So far, I think I like that your navigation is clear, so you have like 4 main sections, and then you obviously highlight your 2 case studies that you have. So I think that works really well. It's kind of to the point. And if I click on About Me, you have a really nice picture of yourself and then some information about who you are. So I think it's like a nice minimalistic design. I guess my only overall feedback is even in the project section, if there was a way to still have a picture of yourself, like this is who I am and this is what I do, and then your projects. That way somebody immediately gets that information without having to click anywhere else. That would be like just a bit of my feedback.
What do you think, Laura?
I think it looks really great. I like that it's very clean and minimalistic. Maybe I would include some socials if you have. Maybe you can include them somewhere in the navigation on the top right, for example, or somewhere in the bottom of the page. Because usually it's nice to see your work also outside of your portfolio. The About Me section is also good, and I can agree here with Elsa. It's maybe good to consider making your home screen, like home page, to show you and who you are. Like, yeah, what are your areas of expertise? And are we gonna open one of these projects also to?
Yep. So I've opened up WhatsApp.
Okay.
The WhatsApp project.
I think there's a little delay. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can scroll and go first, because you can control the mouse, and I can add upon that, or also Akin can provide.
Yeah, sure. So let me do a brief overview. So I believe this project was a redesign of the WhatsApp app, which is a messenger app for anyone who hasn't used it before. So she's provided some images in the beginning that I believe are part of her redesign, and then there's a bit of her process as well. So what steps she used design thinking, which is great, and also did some research. She did interviews, contextual inquiries, competitive analysis, created personas. This is a very thorough case study. Did user flows, and then low fidelity prototypes. So if there's anything you want me to like stop on from the research part, let me know. And before I go to the final designs.
Mm-hmm. Akin, do you also want to
Actually,
share your thoughts?
Yeah, again, from as far as I can see, I would like to actually, I briefly looked at the project submitted yesterday, thankfully, and like you all guys did, and the biggest critical point actually would be I would expect some stronger branding in a designer portfolio. I mean, the text at the very top, my portfolio, doesn't do much for that. I mean, it's clear that this is a portfolio, but on the other hand, I would use name, surname, or names portfolio, something like that. Even a logotype or some clean modern logo. These are the points that people hiring designers would give some values at some level. And other than it, you guys pretty much covered, as I said. And I couldn't agree more with you, Laura, about the socials. We can't rely on people to click the contact link and find our socials. I mean, having LinkedIn and Twitter, for example, ready there, that's so much value.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, I also wanted to point out that the My Portfolio title is a little obsolete because you also have it in your URL. It says your name .portfolio, so no need to have it twice. And something else I also actually wanted to add on the overall portfolio is to make the navigation fixed on scroll, because now, for example, you have this really great WhatsApp project, which is really great how detailed and how much work is put into it. But if someone reaches the bottom of the page and wants to go in another page, they have to scroll again up, and yeah, that I think the user experience would be a little better if you make the navigation fixed on top.
Yeah, it's a must, especially considering the variation of the screen sizes as of today.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I think Laura mentioned this, but I was kind of just browsing through your research, and I think this is really well done and explained. You didn't just mention what methods you used, but you explained what your key findings were, and you didn't make it too long either, which I think is always a good idea. You used more visuals, so anyone skimming this can immediately get a sense of what data you managed to get from your different methods, and also get a sense of what your process was and how you kind of went through the entire project. So immediately, for any hiring manager or someone looking at this particular case study, they feel like this designer understands the design process and understands how to conduct research and talk to users in order to help them create a better solution for what they're solving for. So your research is really well done, and also you tested your designs, which I think is a great part of it as well. So amazing job. I think the only thing is, like, I've scrolled to the end. I like that you also have a reflection on personal lessons. That's always good. But maybe like a final section showing your final solution or final product would also be good. I think you have like some screens earlier on, but it would definitely help to also have them at the end, maybe right before personal lessons. So as we're reading, it's like a story. So we learn what problem you identified, what solution you had, and then how you designed the solution, and then your reflection, if that makes sense. But otherwise, this looks great.
Yeah, I like the cleanity and not for the sake of creating a quote-unquote cool design, packing up some visuals that distracts the user from the actual content. It's just an on-point portfolio. I like that.
Yeah, Laura, any other last-minute comments?
Yeah, I also really like the mock-ups they've used, really good-looking mock-ups, and it's great that before introducing also the problem statement, they have introduced with a few lines what is WhatsApp. That's really good, because maybe some people don't use it, and it's good to have some background of the app. And I think there is a good balance between visuals and text. It's good that they showcase their user research, the results of the survey. Maybe they can add in the competitive analysis the logos of the different products that they're comparing, just to add a little visuals there. And yeah, it's really great that they've included testing, and they've explained their usability metrics and the key findings. I think it's really well presented. Yeah.
Awesome. Great job, Poorva. Thank you so much. Okay. Should I just keep going on the next project? Or is Sunny back? Let me know.
I think we can go to the next project, and maybe the people that are missing, they can watch the recording after that. We can, I guess, post that in Discord.
Okay, in that case, let me go back to Sunny's because his was first on the submission list, and then he can also watch the recording. So Sunny submitted their Behance profile, which is awesome. So I guess I'll open this in a new tab, and we can first go over the Behance portfolio. My initial comments is I really like the use of personal branding. Like, he's highlighted name and what his expertise is everywhere. So it's in the cover image, Sunny Peace Russia, and this is what you're good at, as well as your tag. It's obviously in your Behance profile details. It's in every cover, I think, for the projects as well. So I think personal branding wise, this is extremely well done because you make it very clear who you are as a designer and what your expertise is. So those are my comments on the Behance overall portfolio design.
Great. Akin, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, there are some variation and explorations there by changing just the background color and the text color and repeating the 50 days daily UI design challenge. But yeah, as I said, on the other hand, it makes it clear the focus and the niche of this designer.
I agree with also that it's great that everywhere they've included their name and their specialty. Also their like personal branding and the design of the covers of their project fit very well. You can see that it's the same designer. Only when I was actually checking this profile, my first thought was, oh my god, there are so many projects with the same title, and I couldn't understand right away what's the difference between them, and you have to actually hover on each of the projects to see the title, and they have different titles, these because all of them have 50 days daily UI design challenge. But actually when you hover over each cover, you can see which day this project.
Yeah, exactly, like you did on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
You indicated part 1, part 2, etc.
Yeah, I think it would be great to the design is really great, but it would be even better if they indicate this is day 5 out of 50 or something. So whoever opens their portfolio can see which day is that. And overall, I would maybe advise Sunny to consider grouping these projects together somehow in a theme or something, because I don't know if someone would have time to actually scroll over all of these single projects. So I would consider maybe grouping them by a theme, or maybe from day 1 to day 10 in one project and the other 10 in another project, or something like that.
Yep.
Great point. I've seen people doing that for daily creative challenges, like daily challenges by Brandon Gross, from this date to this date, etc. And it's great for easy browsing projects.
Yeah.
I agree. So I've opened up their most recent project. So yeah, we can go through this. So this is day 19 of 50 days daily UI design challenge. I actually don't think I've heard of this design challenge before, unless it's the regular daily UI challenge that people mostly do. But scrolling down, day 19 was search results page UI design. So designing a search page. And then, okay, cool. I'll start with the actual design, which is right here. If anyone wants to start us off with comments or feedback on the concept they went with.
Search results page. Mobile layout. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Their visual design skills, as I mentioned when we were discussing the overall portfolio design, they have very good understanding, at least overall when I look at it, of color contrast. And I really like that they have displayed the logos of the software that they've used in the beginning, and then the title. I would maybe include a few sentences under the title of this challenge. They say day 19, search results page, but maybe just include 1 or 2 sentences explaining actually what this product is doing for the user, like, just a little context. But in terms of visual skills, I think they're doing really well.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
for the navigation, when you scroll on the color palette, I see the navigation of the screen. I will maybe increase it with a few pixels. I think it's a little narrow now, but this is something very small.
but navigation you're talking about, right, Laura?
Yeah, the bottom navigation bar, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some visual details. Oh, go ahead. You were saying.
Yeah, and then when we go down to typography, it looks really great. The mock-ups are very, they look very good. I'm only not sure about the second screen design. It seems a little empty, but maybe that's the user flow of this app. We don't have the whole flow, so I cannot say, but it just looks a little empty. And further down, I see they've included video, but maybe we can play that after Akin also provides feedback on the items before that.
Yeah, you guys know me. Some visual details were itching me so bad. I'm trying to keep it quiet while you're talking because it would be just jumping and disrespecting. But yeah, the visual details that were itching me actually was. As a king, could you please come to the first search results screen?
Mm-hmm.
Those UI challenges actually are not very comprehensive, and it's understandable because, as the name suggests, they are daily challenges, so you don't need to create multi-page layouts or that requires some heavy UX methodologies or something. But yeah, just quickly sharpening your UI design skills, as the name suggests, again, as I said. So the visual details that were itching were actually the results looked a little close to me. I mean, I would certainly increase the space between those guys, list items, thumbnails, and text next to them. You have space, and even if you don't, in mobile design, especially in mobile design, the main principle is 100 non-complicated screens are better. There's also a whole presentation dedicated to that topic. A clear 100 screens is much better than one crowded screen. So yeah, this very screen serves just one purpose, which is listing the search results, and it does it actually quite efficient and in an appealing way, but the spacing fixes so many things and creates so many problems, as we usually fall into the basic UI principles like spacing, hierarchy, alignment, contrast, etc. Right? Those are all affecting each other and all make your UI a win or fail in conclusion.
Yeah, those are all really great pointers. I agree with the spacing. And I also agree with Laura that also in terms of overall design, this is really well done and you have a good understanding of color contrast, which is great to see. I think additional points from myself is maybe from imagining if this was a usable product. So if I were a user on the search results page, I think having see more doesn't make as much sense for search results. Maybe it would make more sense to have pagination, so like page numbers if they wanted to view more search results. Because if we click see more, we're kind of wondering, or I'm assuming, I guess maybe see more loads more search results. I think I initially assumed it would open up like a new type of page. So that could be an option. But I also think maybe including page numbers kind of makes it a lot more clear what clicking those individual numbers would mean. And then for the no results found page, I agree with Laura that it might seem like there's kind of a lot of empty space here. So an idea for what you could include would be maybe, I know some apps or some websites, if there are no results found for a search query, they have like suggestions, like maybe you're looking for this, or here are some suggestions. So you could do that to kind of just fill in a bit of the space, or you could even provide like a button to redirect them directly to a different page. So those are like just a few ideas of how you can create an overall better user experience, even for these quick UI design challenges. It helps to think about those types of things as well. But I will play the
Yeah, great
video.
points. Continue, please.
Yeah, I'll play the video. Oh, it's 7 minutes. Oh my goodness. Wait, sorry. That's really loud. I guess this is like a process video. It's a process video
Might be,
how they
yeah.
made it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe we don't need to watch that, and also it's very long. But don't they have was it one video? Oh yeah.
Sorry?
Okay. Yeah. Then before moving to the next one, I actually also wanted to add a little bit on the screen. It's a very good point that Akin made, that they need to add more space between the different cards, because now everything is very close to each other, and then the see more is very small to be clicked. And also I agree here with Elsa that actually it makes more sense to include either pagination or maybe just include the rest of the results, just keep them going and maybe put a little gradient over the last few, that a gradient that
Infinite
stays.
scroll.
Yeah, and then basically the user, when they keep scrolling, the app would keep revealing the results. Because now it doesn't make really sense to actually create another screen and redirect the user. So yeah, either pagination or page numbers, as also suggested, or just a gradient would be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but awesome
Pagination is a
job.
very popular method, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen more pagination. But thank you so much, Sunny. The design was still great, and it's amazing that you're very dedicated to doing these every day. So that's awesome, and thank you as well for submitting your design.
They've done a really great work.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good way to exercise your visual skills, not only for UI design, for any type of design. And yeah, you can learn so much.
Agreed.
You've done the whole 100, right, Lora?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a great experience.
So our next project is from Chimezie. I hope I pronounced that right. And I don't know if you're here with us, but if you are, feel free to say hi. And the title of this is Drinking App. So they have an interactive prototype, and they also have screens. I wonder if we can start with the screens first and go through each one, and then I'll go back to the prototype. So I'm just gonna scroll through them first.
This watermelon is so cute.
Yeah.
It is.
Has some Asian vibe.
Oh, is this a game? Oh, interesting.
Looks so, yeah. Man, why using those dark grays in such a fun game? Just use some lighter shade of something from your palette, like blue or pink or turquoise.
Oh, yep. Okay, I got to the end. Okay, let me go back to the beginning. Initial comments, Akin and Lora.
Akin, do you want to go?
My screen is still flashing, so yeah, I don't have much to say actually. I kinda wouldn't dig that gradient. I mean, it looks like one of those gradients that you are forcing those two colors that are not meant to create a gradient in the first place. I would go for, I don't know, in the color wheel, maybe transition into some green or purple and blue from that pinkish color would result much better. Then again, you're using many fruits and ingredients, so maybe something more, something that looks more organic or something. I don't know. You may see actually in the beverage industry those colors, but then again, I kind of feel like it could have been done better, just as a visual detail. But yeah, as an overall UI, yeah, it does the job. It looks fun and has some really cute illustrations, like you said, Laura, starting from that slice of watermelon. And fruits looks nice. Now I would certainly use that app. I think that pretty much, yeah, does the job. So what would you say?
See some alignment issues in some of the screens. For example, in the first screen, there was a title, how does this taste? Or I don't remember what it was. Can you go in the first screen?
Yeah.
But it's not center. It's not center aligned. So I would make sure to center align that. And underneath on these numbers, it seems that the spacing is not equal. Adobe XD actually has a very good kind of automatic feature that you can use. Yeah, where you can select all elements and click on that, and it will make sure to put enough space between all your elements that you've selected. So I would advise you to use that and make sure to have equal spacing. And I agree with Akin on the gradients. If you still want to go with gradients, maybe just pick colors that are closer to each other as values. It would look a little, it would look a little better. And I'm not sure, on the bottom of the screen we have navigation on the left, and then we have fruit trip, which I guess is the title, and then on the right we have, I guess, logo. I'm not sure if this font is very legible. If this font is not the logo itself, I would maybe put a more legible font. And on some of the other screens, there was again alignment and spacing issue. Can you go one screen back, Elsa?
Yeah.
I think it was either backwards or forward. There were different cards with fruits, and I would advise you to put a little more space between the name of the fruit and where the card ends. But I don't know which screen was it. You can maybe just try to find it. Yeah, like here, for example, we have 4 different cards, and we have the title, the names of the products. It's very close to the edge of the card. Also here with I would leave a little more space between the different elements, just a little breathing room. And also it would be good maybe to have some consistency in the background that you use for your cards. Because here you have white background cards, and on the previous screen it was dark gray. Maybe it would be good to have a kind of universal brand guidelines for this app and have the same kind of styling on the different screens.
Yeah, great points on spacing inconsistencies and especially lack of spacing. You'd like to users to spend as much time as possible in an app you create, and those lack of spacing, cramped looks, jam-packed content, trying to show off too much, those are usually break your design system more than making a usable and pleasant to use UI and app in general.
Yeah, I'm a big fan that you went with a game concept. I think that's really cool. And I think maybe you were going for a retro feel with the gradient and the way the logo is styled, or at least it gives me retro feels, and I'm a big fan of retro, so I can't complain. I do agree with what Laura and Akin say that if you're gonna use the gradient in the header, that's definitely okay. But then maybe for the button, it can be like one type of color, like either just the purple or just the blue. Might help it overall look more cohesive visually. So that's also an idea if you really want to stick with the gradient. And I think Laura and Akin already mentioned all the other smaller details. I'm excited to try out the game just to see how it works. The only other thing I wanted to say was maybe on the pages as instructions, more images or visuals can be added. Because if you imagine you're a user and you click instructions and it's just a lot of text, like even for myself personally, I can read all this and still find it hard to understand what the game is. But as soon as you add visual references, even like tiny ones in between the rules, it makes it a lot easier to immediately grasp how your game works. So that might also be an idea to see if you can incorporate more visuals on the instruction pages as well. But other than that, I think the concept is cool, and yeah, I guess we can try it out and see how it works.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious also to try out this game. It really looks like a lot of fun, and I really like the visuals that they've put together, like all the fruits and the other illustrations. They look very nice.
Yeah, I think it might be lagging.
Is this a female designer, by the way?
Oh, I'm not sure. We do not know.
Oh, okay. But you can almost hear some retro rock and roll cafe music playing in the background. It has such a strong visual style, retro vibe.
Yeah, cool, exactly. Yeah. That's the vibe I was getting. So it might be delayed on everyone's end, but definitely check out the project in your own time. So in the beginning, they have this really cool, I guess it's a Lottie animation of an orange being sliced up. And then I'm going to click play. And then it takes me to the instructions.
Yeah, that's
great. Okay, I guess I select an object and a matching wine color and then a matching fruit color. Okay, let's do this. Oh, all the little illustrations are Lottie animations. So I think that's really cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Great.
Okay, so if I select this cup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is so cool.
Sorry?
Yeah. Right now, we cannot export our XD animations as Lottie, I think, but you can easily do After Effects animations, turn them into Lottie animations.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know.
Okay.
I think they need to use, there's different plugins that help with that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's possible, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You can use After Effects as a in-between platform.
Yeah, although it's a little scary, at least for me. I'm a little intimidated by After Effects.
I never checked it, but yeah, you're right.
The rating page is like a bunch of fruits. That's so cute. And the smileys are Lottie animations too.
Yeah, all the animations and the illustrations, they look fabulous. Yeah. And also, I don't know if anyone else has played with Lotties, but they actually also, you can customize each of these animated illustrations. You can customize them in their website. Yeah. So you can change the colors, and yeah, it's a really great plugin for XD.
But yeah, thank you so much, Chimezie.
Yeah, you can match them the branding you're designing for.
Yeah, this was great. Awesome concept. Moving forward. Okay, so our next submission is on Figma, actually. I opened it up. Can't remember who submitted it because I don't see a name, but I guess we'll kind of just move forward with looking at the project. So this...
Willie.
Willie?
Willie. This is the name of the person, yeah.
Okay. This is a project from Willie on Figma. It seemed like a consulting type website. Create brands, people crave. We cultivate. Okay, so it seems to be a digital agency landing page from my understanding. So I'm just gonna scroll through.
I still cannot see the design, but yeah. Please go ahead.
And if you can open it on
Yeah,
your laptop.
there is a
stream
little
was-
delay.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
it might
now.
be easier to open them on your laptop because yeah, I don't know if my internet is not fast enough.
This is Willie's design, right? Okay, let me open that.
Okay. Where? Oh, wow, this is a very thorough landing page.
Yeah, I remember this one actually. I saw in the design feedback channel yesterday.
Yeah, this seems very
I
real.
liked it actually, but
Yeah, go on. Okay.
I liked it actually, but it almost always bothered me at some level. Some designers take their time and create such great UIs, but then again they ignore about those basic principles like spacing, etc. I mean, he said something like, I believe he used some grid system, etc. But on the other hand, we evaluate the UI whole time based on the conclusion, the ending result you created. It doesn't matter you used 8 pixel or some other pixel grid and create some pleasant UI that has some, unfortunately, inconsistencies overall. It definitely takes away big time from the professionality and the overall vibe of the design. I think this is one of the great examples of that. And one point I would also criticize would be create brands people crave. You're starting with such claiming headline or tagline, which is okay totally, but what am I looking at? It should be clearer than that. The second I look, I should understand that this is a design for a creative agency or some corporation like that. Create brands people crave could be, is this an app that I'm designing logos or branding in, or you are some creative people that I'm gonna work with, that I'm gonna buy some services from you that is going to help me build my business's branding and creative side. That could be clearer. Yeah, the following sections are clear, and I like the separation and the way the elements laid out. But then again, as I said, there are some spacing inconsistencies. Actually, one of the most extra space that bothered me. Usually you see some lack of spacing, but in this case we have some in the footer, a very much of top padding with almost 100% contrast with the actual content section. You should be careful if the contrast between the backgrounds is above a certain level. As I see it, it is maxed out in this example. You don't necessarily need to use huge paddings, and I don't know, it takes away from the content. So yeah, I don't want to talk too much, so you guys can continue.
So do you want to add something on that?
I really like this design. I think that you spent a lot of time on it, and it definitely has the digital agency vibe. I agree with what Akin mentioned in that in the hero section, because we only have the text create brands people crave and then a paragraph and free consultation, it's not immediately obvious what this company is. I think even with the logo, it's not immediately obvious, so it might help if there was some kind of accompanying visual. Doesn't have to be a photograph, can be even an abstract illustration, but something that supports the text that you have. So if this agency is creating brands people crave, an immediate example of what a sample brand is would help a lot, because it wasn't until we scrolled, I think, that we had a better understanding that this was a concept for a digital or full service branding and digital marketing agency. So that's one small detail, but I do like the overall design and your typography. I think the sections with white are very startling with the overall dark theme. So maybe instead of using, I think this is like fully white, you can use like a shade that's slightly darker, so a slight gray, and it just makes it a bit easier on the eyes as somebody's scrolling. So that might be something to consider as well. But otherwise, I really like it. It looks a lot like some of the online agencies I've seen lately. So your design is modern, which is nice. But yeah, Laura, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I really dig the design.
Yeah, I'm gonna just add very few things so we have time for one more. But
Yeah.
I think you basically covered everything. I only wanna add about color contrast, that they have used blue color on the titles as an accent color, but this blue with the it's a dark blue color with a black background. I would work on that contrast a little bit. And then on the further down sections on our favorites, there are various images with titles over the images, and there is an image of a house where it says real estate, and the real estate title is right on top of the white cloud, and the text is with white color. So I would maybe use another image or add a gradient or something to work on that contrast. But these are very few things that I wanted to add on what you already said, and I think we have time for one more submission, and then our hour is up. But maybe also you can share the next project.
Yeah. Okay, so this is our next project. I also don't have a name again, sorry. And I believe it's called Entertainment. Seems to be a website for video game news. Yeah, video game news or entertainment news. So just scrolling through the design quickly so we can all see it.
Yeah, Laura, hit us.
Just open it on my screen also. I see that this was submitted by Aryan or Aryan. I don't know how it's pronounced, and I think we have them in the chat. So Aryan, if also you have some questions along the way, feel free to unmute yourself and ask. But yeah, it seems like I really like all the visual posters that they've used. I think it would work a little better if there's a little more maybe space between the different elements, because now it's like a lot of images and text in the same place. I feel like maybe just a little space between the different sections. Like when you open the page here, you have the different the different cards shown, maybe before going to the editor pics, maybe just leave a few more pixel space. And same applies with the other objects as well. Do you want to add something on that? the only thing I also want to add also on the navigation bar, maybe it would be good to indicate which menu is currently active. Are we currently on news menu, or where are we? It would maybe just use a different color for the page that is currently active, or underline it, or just use some indication for that. Yeah.
Really good point. If it's a homepage, just indicate that we are at the homepage or main page. As I'm talking, I think I can tell a few sentences about this. I mean, another design that you immediately can tell a significant amount of effort that's been put into, but I think this is a relatively junior designer in terms of UI or transitioning from some other visual design principle to UI UX. Not as this design doesn't look as much as well crafted as the previous ones, to be honest. But this is not necessarily a bad thing, because, as I said, I can see the amount of effort that's been put into. And one thing that I would consider using some closer vibe to the industry, and I would say this looks too much corporate to me. I mean, this is an entertainment site, as the title also suggests, but especially using some corporate blue for such concepts would not be a great match, because people usually enter these kind of sites to escape from reality, kind of escape from corporate life and business, such as there's a term, even Netflix and chill, right? Just open a beverage and put your screen, it's me time, put your phone to silence, and just entertainment. I mean, I would go for more entertainment side of visual things in general. I can say there are many things that we all can mention, even our audience can mention in as visual details, but yeah, keep on designing and you're on the right path, but where you are right now needs some work. Elsa, what are you saying?
Yeah, I really like the concept because obviously I like video games, and I like that you put in a lot of detail. So you have a lot of different sections. So we have the main home section, editor's pick. You have a news feed, you have trending news, you have upcoming movies, upcoming games, you have latest reviews. So I really like how you structured it. And in terms of layout, this is really well done because you put a lot of thought and detail into what you wanted to highlight on this page. So I think you did a great job with that. The only thing that I would say to work on, other than maybe what Akin and Lora have already mentioned, is if you are going to use maybe a blue as your main color, so like this shade of blue in your logo, maybe thinking of what other colors you could use that would stand out or work well with the blue. Because for instance, I think on editor's pick you have two shades of blue you're using, but because they're so similar, it's hard to tell the difference between them. So it feels like it's just kind of different shades of the same blue on one page. And similar to what Akin said, since it's an entertainment site and you want to make it exciting, could we maybe add more colors that would make your blue stand out or pair well with your blue, like a purple or some colors of that nature? Is something that you can also think about. But otherwise, I big fan of the concept, and obviously a lot of work was put into it. So amazing job, Aryan. And if you are here and you want to say something, then please do as well. I don't know if you're still here.
We scared them.
Yeah. But yeah, we are going to upload the recording session in YouTube, right? Elsa, you're uploading it in your channel, right?
Yeah, I can. So we'll upload it, and then yeah, we'll share the link on Discord as well, so you can watch the recording.
Yeah, and if anyone has questions that they want to ask, they can go ahead and mute themselves and ask now, or else, just feel free to post in Discord.
Yeah, and if you have any feedback on how this session went, we welcome it a lot. I think you can provide feedback via Luma, or you can even message us on Discord, or just type in the channel of like things you want us to do next time, or just any type of feedback that you have. We would love to hear it as well. And I think we missed one submission for this session, which is this Fresh Prints website redesign. So we'll start with that on our next feedback stream.
Yeah, that's great. And yeah, if any of the participants here have ideas not only on how to improve these feedback sessions, but if there's something else that you want to see in the XD Discord, yeah, if there is something that you want to have, just let us know and we will work on it.
Yeah, but thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you. Until next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend,
Yeah,
everybody.
bye-bye.
Thank you.